Many allies of Donald Trump are melting down over what could be the final nail in the coffin of, I don't know anything about Epstein. We have now the drawing that Donald Trump made and sent to Jeffrey Epstein, the drawing which Trump claimed didn't exist, the drawing which Trump claimed he didn't do. But there are people defending Donald Trump. One example is Congressman Burchett, who said maybe an auto pen was used. Trump's not really an artist, might be a forgery. That's what some of them are going with. Take a listen to this.
I mean, anybody can do a signature. We've seen the auto pen's been used quite a bit with the Biden administration. So I've never known Trump to be much of an artist either. So I kind of draw that into question.
There's a history of him drawing
the thing is, it's been there for 4 years, and now it's just come out. I just don't buy it.
So you think really someone might have just forged this somehow and sent this to the
somehow? It's so easy to do. I just don't buy any of it right now because we have a prior administration that's had a history of dishonesty, and they bring something like this out now. Why wouldn't they bring it out during the campaign?
We now have a new hypothesis from Burchett, which is the signature on the drawing from Trump to Epstein might have been forged. It might have been done with an auto pen in 2003 to set up Donald Trump, when Trump was still a Democrat 22 years ago, before he ever considered running for president as a Republican, just in case they forged a letter from Trump to Epstein so they could have it, what, in case exactly this scenario came to light? Eric Trump didn't even come up with something as creative as that. Eric Trump just said, Daddy doesn't do sketches. He doesn't do drawings. That's what Eric Trump is going with.
Yeah. Well, it's something also beyond all this stuff. The news story today is that the stupid drawing, that your dad allegedly gave to Epstein. And you and I actually were sitting around joking about this a while back when it first came out. We were like, this is the most absurd stuff in the world. But Mike Johnson is like walking back. Last week he said, he was an FBI asset in the whole prosecution of this. Then he tried to walk it back. So this is like the dumbest thing in the world.
I can tell you my father does not sketch out cartoon drawings. I mean, it's insane. Not to mention Epstein's lawyer said he asked specifically about Donald Trump, and Donald Trump never once came up, and there was no correlation. And it's ironic, given that my father was the very guy that threw him out of the club because he thought he was a scumbag. My father's intuition was actually incredibly right. But,
there are so many lies in there that it's hard to keep up with them. First of all, I mean, let's be honest. Calling this a drawing is a little bit of an exaggeration. I mean, it's just a couple of lines. It's not even really a drawing. It's sort of like the outline of a woman's body and then the outline of breasts, and then Trump signed the thing. Like, Trump may not be a guy who draws, but this barely even qualifies as a drawing. Eric Trump is also doing revisionist history because he's panicking and they have nothing else. It's all coming off the walls. The other lie that Eric Trump is telling is Trump found out Epstein was a scumbag and he kicked him out of the club. We know that timeline is totally fake and fabricated. The reality is that Epstein remained a member of Trump's club for a full year after the allegations came out about him. And Trump most recently said, actually, they had a falling out because Epstein stole an underage employee from Trump's spa to go and work for him. So even the circumstances of the separation are something Eric Trump is lying about and seem more incriminating than they do exculpatory. Now, some of the other usual suspects are also jumping in on this to defend Donald Trump. One of them is Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk put out an excretion on X, really nasty one, where he said, does the below from the Wall Street Journal look like this actual signature from the president? I don't think so at all. Fake. And the reality, of course, is that it is indeed Donald Trump's signature. Aaron Blake posted to Twitter Donald Trump's signature from the alleged letter to Jeffrey Epstein, the drawing. and then has a number of other letters that show that at that point in time, yes, it is a different signature than Trump uses today. But at that point in time, in the 90s and at other points in time, that was exactly Donald Trump's signature. And then finally, George Conway, friend of the show, who's been on the show a bunch of times, he even published a letter he received from Trump in 2006. It's a Dear George letter because his name is George Conway. And it says sincerely, and it's that exact same signature where Trump adds, P.S., you have a truly great voice. Certainly not a bad asset for a top trial lawyer. Trump likes, or at least he did during the 1990s, Trump liking, not the 90s, in 2006, Trump liked George Conway's voice. So whatever the amateur handwriting analysts now come up with, it is indeed Donald Trump's signature. Why would someone fabricate that with an auto pen 22 years ago? It doesn't make any sense. They have gotten caught. But the next question became, Caroline Leavitt's not going to say it's fake, right? Okay, Charlie Kirk puts out an excretion on X saying it's fake. A congressman, okay. But the official spokeswoman for the president, she's not going to say it's fake, is it? Say it ain't so. That's exactly what she did.